So, what is the purpose of this session and this clip? I've been coaching people for a while, and yes, I've been coaching some highly efficient people and quite skillful and talented people. And the reason why I would always subscribe this is because I am someone who would consider himself a polymath, and I am quite expressive in multi talents. However, I've got to realize that some of the frustrations that a lot of skillful and talented people have is that uncertainty of the path, or even though when they think they do know the path they're supposed to take, there is this level of energy or propulsion or force that is required to cause them to have a breakthrough that they really do struggle with. And it's not something you can't really find, because one of the problems of multi-talented people is you're not able to focus all your resolve and everything you have on a singular thing, because you have multiple expressions. Your energy has to go into those expressions, and because you're quite passionate about yourself, you want the best for yourself, you always want all of them to do well. But sometimes you've got to come to the realities of life, and the realities of life is that even we are limited in our resources, and so we cannot do so much even though we hope for it. And that's one of the things that coaching and the mentoring actually does afford people. I was someone who mentoring or coaching changed my life. I realized that there are certain things that I would not have been able to do by myself without that input, that external force that jerks me out of despondency, if I could use that term. Now, the other thing I wanted to mention, which is quite important, is the fact that many people do not realize that they are operating under leads. We all have leads, whether you're lead by LID, so something that creates like a cap for you, whether you're the smartest person in the world, you're the richest person in the world, or you're the poorest person in the world. We all have leads. And so you cannot afford to live under a lead perpetually. Every season, what brings you into a new season is actually the fact that you're able to break through a lead. Whether you pass an examination that launches you to a new level, or you do something phenomenal, you take a risk and it pays out, and you go into another level. And so it's quite important that you need to begin to think in terms of the current lead that you have. So how did you start the year? What was your goal and your thoughts towards this year? And so far, has it been so good? And what has been the journey? Do you even remember what that driving passion was for you as you started the year? Do you even remember what your goals are? Now, the problem is that many people start new ventures, new businesses, new years, new seasons with emotions. Now, emotions in the sense that, oh, you're quite passionate about it. You love this new me, new session, new thinking, reinvention, without understanding the strategic part of life. Now, no one who started the new year would ever envisage that you would be experiencing what we're experiencing now. However, certain provisions can be made for such things. That's what being strategic means. So in your finances, were you being strategic? Did you put all of your hopes in one means of income, or in one industry, or in one person, or in one skill? Now, people who make decisions in this way are not necessarily wrong, but they're not putting themselves in the best position to engage life. Life always comes with curved balls. And so it does require sometimes that external force, that external input to create the needed and necessary propulsion. Now, this is what the propulsion is all about. Your life will continue to go in the way it is going now without you realizing it. The only time many people get to realize it is when they find out that time has gone. And with every time that goes, it actually puts you in disadvantage. Because there are certain things you need to do now, this year, this season, when you have the connection you have the strength, you are still healthy, you have that skill, and the permutations of seasons and times is still favorable. Now, this is what propulsion is all about. I really want to sit with a couple of people who understand the challenges they're facing, who have worked tirelessly to try to break through that, but still experience certain difficulties. One of the reasons for this is that you are doing it alone. You don't know everything, you don't see everything. And sometimes all you need is just that external question, that external push, that external affirmation, that external task, that external perspective that opens you to the things you should actually be doing. And so that's what the propulsion is all about. I look forward from the month of October, which it's going to be open to everyone. who really does want to make the most of the year. We're in challenging times, and so you cannot afford to live the way you've lived in a couple of years. You must add new things to it. Now, what are those new things that you need to have? You need to have new habits. You need to have a new outlook. You need new strengths. You need new skills. And this is some of the things that I would be helping you with to see and know how to take that strategic possession of. Okay. I'm looking forward to see everyone, and I do hope that our paths get to meet, and that path creates a quantum experience for you that leads you into all you've ever hoped, dreamed for, and even more. If that is you, hopefully we'll see in class. God bless.